Imagine holding a tiny coin in your wallet, one that most people have completely forgotten about. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, that coin is plotting its comeback story like the underdog in every great sports movie ever made. That's the vibe around BitTorrent crypto, or BTT. The coin that, once upon a time, exploded onto the scene with promises of decentralizing file sharing forever. And then? Well, let's just say it slipped into the background while newer, shinier projects stole the spotlight. But here's the real question. Is BTT quietly setting the stage for a massive return? Is it a sleeping giant just waiting for the perfect moment to roar back to life? Let's dig into it. To understand why BitTorrent crypto even matters, we have to go way back, not just a few crypto cycles ago, but back to the Wild West of the internet. Picture this. It's the early 2000s. You're downloading a movie using BitTorrent, probably while praying that your dial-up connection doesn't betray you. BitTorrent wasn't just a file-sharing platform, it was a revolution. It broke the centralized mold and showed the world that millions of computers could team up to move massive amounts of data without asking permission from some giant corporation. Fast forward to today, and that spirit of decentralization is hotter than ever. But the world has moved on to buzzwords like blockchain and Web3. Enter BitTorrent crypto, BTT. When Tron, led by the ever-ambitious Justin Sun, acquired BitTorrent in 2018, the vision was clear. Fuse blockchain with peer-to-peer sharing to create something massive. And for a moment, it looked like the stars were aligning. BTT was introduced to fuel transactions on the BitTorrent network. Think faster downloads, premium access, and incentivizing people to share bandwidth. It was like upgrading from a rusty bicycle to a Tesla overnight. At its peak, BTT made waves. It had real use cases, real adoption, and it rode the market hype like a pro surfer on the biggest wave. But then, the tides shifted. New projects flooded the market. Hype moved elsewhere. BTT got buried under headlines about NFTs, DeFi explosions, and meme coins promising trips to the moon. Today, most casual investors barely remember it exists. Which brings us back to the big question. Is BitTorrent crypto quietly building in the shadows? Here's the thing most people overlook. BitTorrent still commands over 100 million active users every month. That's not project potential. That's real-world impact on a massive scale. It's like owning beachfront property before anyone else figures out the coast even exists. And BTT isn't just sitting there twiddling its digital thumbs. In late 2021, BitTorrent launched its own blockchain, BitTorrent Chain, or BTTC. This isn't just some vanity project either. It connects to Tron, Ethereum, and Binance Smart Chain, making it a bridge between major ecosystems. Translation? BitTorrent is now a serious player in interoperability, one of the biggest hurdles the blockchain world still struggles with. Meanwhile, BTT has been rebranded into BTT redenomination, BTTOLD, and BTTNEW. It was a little confusing for investors at first, kind of like showing up to a party and realizing half the guests have changed outfits halfway through. But the goal was to make transactions smoother and faster across the BitTorrent chain. And behind the scenes, the development hasn't stopped. Updates are rolling out. Strategic partnerships are being explored. The network keeps growing. It's almost suspicious. Like, are they quietly cooking up something big while everyone's busy memeing about dog coins? Kind of suspicious. Because here's the secret about crypto. The biggest moves often happen when nobody's paying attention. So, is BitTorrent crypto a sleeping giant? Maybe. Maybe it's just snoring away into obscurity. But when you combine a legendary brand, a real functioning network, hundreds of millions of active users, and a renewed push into blockchain interoperability, the pieces are there. The question is whether they'll click into place before the next major crypto wave hits. Because if they do, BTT could go from forgotten relic to unstoppable force faster than you can say cedars and leechers. In crypto, timing is everything. You either ride the wave or you realize you were standing on a tsunami all along. Thanks for hanging out today. If you enjoyed this dive into one of crypto's sleeping giants, smash that subscribe button, or just give it a gentle tap if you're feeling classy. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and remember, sometimes the best opportunities are the ones everyone's sleeping on. Catch you in the next one.